Back in my day, the rooms in this game were linear. They generated in almost a perfect straight line.
What the hell are you on about?
What's going on here, buddy?
I was just trying to emphasize the video I'm about to make. The overhaul is going to be completely different, and we've gotten so much information recently that it's worth going over again.
So what was the point of the beard?
Have you seen literally anything I do ever make sense? Alright, let's take this from the top. Pressure is a game where you walk through doors, as you hide from a constant surge of incoming threats. There's many mechanics to this game, which make it extremely replayable. Along with the vast amounts of badges and a speedrun timer, this game checks all the boxes for all the different types of players. Clothing, customization, rare rooms, there's a lot to what makes Pressure good. For now, but soon, as in next year, we'll finally get a taste of the real vision of Pressure, what it was always supposed to be. And today, I wanted to dive a little deeper into why I think you should give the overhaul a try. When it's ready, of course. Unfortunately, a lot of people in Pressure's community have made their disdain for the overhaul very apparent, and I think these comments are unwarranted. So let's go over the overhaul again, but now with even more information. Let's start with room generation. As we've seen by now, there's been a lot of examples of how the map generation will work in the overhaul, and the best example for this generation is Operation Heartburn. If you didn't know, Operation Heartburn uses the new method of room generation in this game mode. Let's take a top-down view of how this works. So let's say we start right here. When the map loads in, this entire quadrant of rooms will have already loaded in, creating multiple paths to one ending area, with plenty of dead ends to cause exploration. You, as the player, will be tasked with making your way through these rooms until you reach the checkpoint. You'll collect research as usual, find rare rooms, and encounter even more threats. All of the things you've grown accustomed to so far will be in this version too. It's just a little bit different. And at the end of each quadrant, there will be a checkpoint, as stated, where I'm assuming the grand encounters will take place, breaking up each quadrant before moving on to the finale. It's been stated in the overhaul that there will be 3 quadrants before the finale, so there will be plenty of space for personalization during runs. Overall, you should see the new room generation as a way to be able to explore more freely. You'll be able to choose exactly where you want to go, whether that's taking this left or instead you decide to go right. Now let's move on to the monsters. As you're all aware, the main force in Pressure is the node monsters, or in layman's terms, the anglers. These monsters are a staple in Pressure's gameplay, and really help encapsulate being at the bottom of the ocean, tucked far away from any actual land. But, what most of the demographic don't understand is that this isn't just some laboratory. The Black Site is a containment facility. They contain many entities, even ones unrelated to the main theme of water. For example, we have the Candlebearers, which can roam the dark rooms you enter, or the Wall Dwellers, which will randomly ambush you in your playthroughs, and that will only be expanded upon later in this overhaul, having multiple new monsters that will be joining the ever-growing roster. And that leads us to the new way of encountering normal monsters, that being roaming monsters. Roaming entities will work a lot like other games you may have played, like Lethal Company or Repo, which in both of these games, when you spawn in, a set amount of monsters will also spawn in too, which will roam these rooms that have been generated for you. Now onto roaming monster examples. We have Jackbot, the gambling-addicted slot machine robot. We've gotten looks at how exactly this foe will work, spotting us and charging at us to make us play a game of slots. And also voiced by the lovely Alex Rochon, which if you didn't know plays Kane on the Amazing Digital Circus. And in my previous overhaul video, we touched upon these camera guys, who will probably be quite the inconvenience in the overhaul. If you want to learn more about these guys, go check out the previous overhaul video. And for the final example, we have this cuckoo clock bird, who will also be a roaming monster. And from what we've learned, all of the existing monsters will fit in the overhaul too, like the anglers, probably becoming incidental encounters as you explore the quadrants laid out before you. And along with the fishes we have in the game, we have this cryptic message from Zeal insinuating that we might be getting even more aquatic themed monsters for the overhaul. And we also have this message saying all the roaming monsters will have different mechanics for them, so that's another step for variety in this game. Take this message with a grain of sand, but we might be getting some rare dev monsters based around the actual SCP anomalies too. Pretty exciting. And at this point in the video, you might be wondering, hey, how would good people work if the new room generation is randomized and not linear? Zeal has a plan for you. Most signals to discover good people doors will be more prominent and be handled better so that it doesn't take up too much time when you're exploring the new room generation. And if you weren't aware, Pandemonium will undergo a serious facelift, with Zeal saying Pandemonium will be made scary. From this message, we can see Pandemonium will take a more subtle approach in the overhaul, becoming a foreboding force for players who may take too long in quadrants. Overall, there's a lot to look forward to for monsters, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. Many more will be coming too. Each run of the game will be filled with even more variety and fun, and more monsters means even more documents. Now let's move on to something I haven't talked about yet, items. This section is fairly small but very exciting, so let's get started. First, let's go over a list of some confirmed items that will be coming to the overhaul. First, we have this Captain's Compass, which off of its name is probably a compass that will either show us the exit or where the shop is. Second, we have the Portal Gun, which will allow us to immediately teleport to another portal we place. Third, we have a skull. I don't know what this could possibly be. Maybe it's the Harbinger skull? Not sure. Fourth, we have the minimap cameras, which I assume will work how the cameras will work in 3 Nights at the Black Site. Lastly, we have this beacon gun, which recently we were shown a concept of how it will look in game, being almost like a Nerf gun honestly, and we have this video to show how technically it would work. We'll also be getting some upgrades to our old ones, with this post from Zeal showing off an upgrade screen for items, presumably showing us a way to temporarily improve our items during our runs. Overall, this update will give us more freedom with how we choose our loadouts, and will probably be even more specialized per person, giving us real tools to improve our skills, especially with the new item upgrade menus. By this point in the video, I'm assuming you're seeing the bigger picture. This wasn't some spur of the moment decision made by the devs. This was a strategic move to give this game a better chance to stand out within Roblox's catalog of shitty brainrot games and shovelware slop made for babies. This game rework could be revolutionary for Roblox horror, and especially for the demographic in general. There's a lot of things that are going to change, but it's honestly for the better. Never judge a book by its cover, and definitely don't group yourselves in with the crowd vote. Give things a try. It'll always be worth a little taste. And even if you end up seeing the change genuinely bad in your eyes, there will always be legacy mode. But, you know, you'll be in the bitch baby corner with all the other bitch babies. So, up to you with what you want to do. Sincerely, from babasmind. Whew.
Yo, we need you out here.
Alright, one sec. What? I want to wear the beard. You can't tell me not to wear the beard. I'm wearing the beard. The beard is staying on my face. Get it. Get away from me right now. Hi guys, the real babasmind here. Thanks for watching. I hope this video gets my point across. I know I've made plenty of overhaul stuff on this channel, but it's worth going over this every once in a while, because eventually it'll be the game we're all going to be playing. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. This took only 3 days to make. Time goes by super quick when I'm focused on videos. It honestly felt like nothing. But yeah, thank you to all my channel members, thank you to all my subscribers, and thank you to everyone who watches my videos. Sorry that I didn't have some like Halloween special planned or anything. I was a little busy with all the videos that have been coming out this week. I had so many ideas for videos in like the span of like 5 days, and I just wanted to make them all, so that's why I uploaded so much this week. That's also half of the reason that my schedule is so sporadic. Sometimes you'll get 3 videos from me a month, and sometimes you'll get like 10. It's really up to how I feel. So without further ado, happy Halloween, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.